What is going on, the Bomb Squad? This is Don the Bomb back for a Temu sports jersey haul video. So I know that some of you guys that have been regulars on my channel, I am usually noted for having food reviews, stupid comedy shorts, and other various jibber jabber, but today I thought I would try something different. So what I have today is a Temu sports jersey haul video, which I think I've already said, but make that two time. So about 4 months ago, I was introduced to Temu, and for anybody that doesn't know what Temu is, it's an online marketplace very similar to Amazon. I believe it's the Chinese variation of Amazon, where they have anything you could possibly think of for very, very surprisingly good prices. So if anybody's interested to go on the Temu site, it's Temu, you probably won't be disappointed. Now, the quality, your mileage will vary on the quality of the item that you get, but I purchased quite a lot of things in the last 4 months from them, from t-shirts to colognes, jerseys, pants, shorts. I mean, it's all there. These tin signs that are behind me, the various tin signs, they have so many of them. I probably purchased about maybe, 8 to 10 of those. And, they're around anywhere from probably like $2.50 to $5. And they're 8x10 signs, so they're nothing too large. But, you could decorate your place pretty good with those signs. And they do have, all kinds of different things. Sports, music, just old vintage ads from back in the day. But that's, once again, for another story for another video. But they have anything you could possibly want there. Just go to, it's Temu, I believe it's a .com, but it is a Chinese marketplace, very similar to Amazon. They have all kinds of stuff. And I basically got addicted and fell in love with it right when I first got on there. And I've made maybe 6 different individual orders. But what I'm there for primarily are the jerseys, the sports jerseys. Now, they're obviously knockoffs. They try to tiptoe around the copyrights and the trademarks. So most of the jerseys you'll see, they'll have the city name instead of the team nickname, which is their way to kind of, tiptoe through any type of violations that they may have. And I have noticed a lot of the jerseys that I did buy initially either have become out of stock, or maybe they were pulled due to these said copyright infringement, trademark violation stuff. So I'm glad I got some of them when I did, but I wanted to see, I'm going to show you the package that I got today. I have some jerseys in here, and go over the other jerseys that I did buy in the last 4 months. And these are custom jerseys, so they have the player jerseys, but I enjoy having my own name and my favorite number on the jerseys themselves. So that way, if the player gets traded or retires or whatever, I'll always have my name, my number on the jerseys. And the kicker to all this is they ranged anywhere from $9 to $20, actually less than $20. There's not one jersey that I have in here that I paid more than probably $19 for. And for a custom jersey, and to boot, coming from China, they took maybe 2 weeks at the most to get them at all the different orders I've made. So I never had to wait any more than 2 weeks for these items to show up. That's pretty cool considering they're coming from China and they're customized. They're not 100% accurate, like I said. They're, they have to tiptoe around the trademarks and the copyrights. So, but this is what I have. So let's tear open this bag. And I started off getting baseball jerseys. I just like the way they look. They're not allowed to use the different logos and like how the teams have, like, the Red Sox will have their socks, and Indians jerseys back in the day will have Chief Wahoo. They're not allowed to have any of that, because that's, once again, violating the trademarks and the copyrights. But it's tough to not get these jerseys for such a great price, and customized, stitched customized nonetheless. They're not screened on, they are stitched. So and I noticed lately they've been getting more basketball. They really didn't have many basketball to start with. They just had like movie basketball you know, anything that was inspired by in a movie or on a TV show. They had those. But they're getting more and more basketball jerseys in, which I like because basketball jerseys don't have too many logos on them, so you can get away with it, the copyrights. Now, the football jerseys, as tempting as they are for as cheap as they are, I have one football jersey that I bought, and when I get to that, showing you that, I'll explain why I don't like the football jerseys as much. But let's get into what I have this particular shipment. Let's start off here. They're each in a Ziploc bag. You probably might want to wash these when you get them. I know some people will just throw them right on. Well, I don't really advise that. You don't know where they came from, but this is a Toronto Raptors. And this might be kind of a copy of one of their city jerseys. So here it is with my favorite number 13, the Toronto and the Toronto script that they've been using. The gold on the piping doesn't look as dark as the gold that I remember the Toronto Raptors jerseys having. You know, Drake, I think, is a guy that likes the gold and the black, you know, him being a Toronto Raptors fan. But like I said, stitched. I have my last name and the number 13 back there. And the four that I'm about to show you all averaged around $10 in price. So can't go wrong with that. And like I said, they're not perfect, but for people that love jerseys and don't worry about, you know, pinpoint accuracy and just want something cool to wear, how can you go wrong with this? I wear a size large, which is the equivalent to what a size 48 used to be. So take that for what you will. Let's see here what else I have. Another black jersey. This is, I believe, the last year's, it's reminiscent to last year's Minnesota Timberwolves city jersey, I believe. Now, this product that I have in my hand looks a little different from the picture on the website, which the piping on the last jersey also looked a little different. So I guess, once again, your mileage will vary, but yeah, it definitely looks, the font looks a little different. I think there were supposed to be like little eyeball looking things in the middle where the O and the E were, but it's still pretty cool. You're talking about $10. So you have the pink, the hot pink piping, my name and number on the back. Once again, stitched, $10. Oh my goodness. I mean, how can you really beat that? If you're not someone that's obsessed and, you know, have OCD about pinpoint accuracy of jerseys, which, you know, I used to, but hey, $10, can't beat that, especially in today's economy and price gouging and all that. This is definitely not price gouging. This one's pretty sweet. This is another Minnesota Timberwolves. I believe it's either their, I don't think it's maybe their city jersey, but this one's cool because it has kind of like the glacier effect up top. This is pretty cool. And it says Minnesota instead of Wolves, which I think the regular version says Wolves. I may be wrong. Well, actually, the last one said Wolves. I wonder why they were allowed to put that on there. Maybe because maybe Wolves is different than Timberwolves, but that jersey in real life, real life, like this is a fairy tale, I think says Wolves as well, so I don't know. Whatever. I guess they didn't tiptoe so well around those trademarks and copyrights, but look at that. I'd have to say this is a really cool one. Not like I'm a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, I'm just a fan of jerseys. In my jersey collection after these acquisitions, I believe I have 100 different jerseys, sports jerseys from, you know, baseball, basketball, football, hockey. Primarily my home city, Cleveland. I have Browns, Indians, Cavaliers jerseys the most of, but I do appreciate a good jersey, and I will buy a good jersey if I see one. But I try to keep it either the cheaper ones, you know, that they sell at Dick's Sporting Goods, you know, for about $40 to $60. I don't really care too much about the stitching anymore as I used to. I used to just want anything that was embroidered and stitched. It looked so much better, felt so much better. But now if I can get, you know, a cheaper version for, you know, $50 to $60, I'll do that sometimes. So here is an Orlando Magic inspired jersey. I'm not sure if this is last year's, but this is, you know, it's pretty cool. It has, you know, the look of space, outer space on it. So, I mean, that's pretty sweet. There it is, the front. And like I said, basketball jerseys don't have too many logos on them, so you can kind of you know, there's nothing really missing that you would be kind of timid of purchasing these, because, you know, this is basically what they look like. You know, nowadays they have the, you know, the team sponsor, the company sponsor on there, and the Nike logo. Of course, they're not going to have the Nike logos, or the Adidas or whatever it may be, or the Jordan logo. But man, this is really cool. The last couple have been really cool. And once again, I'm not fans of these teams particularly, but I do appreciate a nice looking jersey. Okay, basketball continues on. This is a Utah Jazz. They wore this jersey for a couple of years. Now, this one and the next one I'm about to show you, they're a little more cheaply made than the other ones. These are not embroidered at all. They're like kind of, I don't even think it's really screened on either, because you can't feel anything. It's like, I guess you could say, colored into the jersey. But you know, these over here are a little bit wider than the ones I've shown you already. They have, you know, the white on the inside, so they fit a little differently than the ones I've shown you. I didn't know that when I purchased them. These were a couple of the very first additions to the NBA style jerseys to Temu, so I picked them up because I liked the gradient look on them. But like I said, they're kind of, there's nothing protruding out. You know, the screened on even will protrude a little bit. This one doesn't. It's almost like it's baked in there, for, I guess, lack of a better term. So there's a Utah one. And this one here, I've always been a fan of the Miami Heat Vice City jerseys. This one is probably my favorite, the black one. I think this is the first one that they wore quite a few years ago. But this is just like the Utah jersey, where, you know, you have the white inside, the straps are a little bit wider. There's no protruding, there's no embroidery or really no screen on either. It's just kind of like painted in there, screened in there inside the jersey. But I do like the light blue and the hot pink black combination. Always been a fan of the Miami Vice colors. Did I show you the back? I don't even remember. But there it is. Yep, pretty cool. Yeah, these are jerseys that I already had purchased within the last 4 months. And all those jerseys that I've shown you so far are still available on the site, I believe, as of last time that I looked. So, another basketball jersey that I've had. And that initial bag was just 4 jerseys, so I showed you all 4 already. So I'm on to my current stock that I've had purchased within the last 4 months. Here is a Phoenix Suns Valley jersey, Valley inspired jersey, you know, with the violet piping, the gradient valley, and there, right there. And once again, this is embroidered. You know, it's not thick embroidery, but still, you know, it's stitched on nonetheless. So I always like the Valley jerseys as well from Phoenix. So there's that. I'll show you the back again, the piping up close. You have the two-tone numbers, and then the Valley gradient. Very sweet, very sweet. And then the last basketball jerseys, my hometown Cleveland Cavaliers. This is an ode to I actually have the jersey that they're trying to emulate, or knock off, whatever. This is the city jersey that the Cavs had last season, where it had the land, it has the gold, mustard gold piping. I do like the shimmery gold much better than either, you know, they have the yellow gold that the Cavs used to have that the Steelers use. And they have the mustard gold, which I just always prefer the shimmery gold. To me, that's what gold is. But the land, that's embroidered. And I have the Dick's Sporting Goods version, the Fanatics version, that I can show you in comparison, so you can compare. So there it is right there. And there is the font, the numbers for that jersey. And then here is the Dick's Fanatics version. This is the city jersey from last year. And like I said, you'll see no Nike logos or NBA logos, but the piping, as you can see, is very intricate there. I think it was in tribute to the Playhouse Square downtown. Has nice little colored piping. I wish the Cavs' real uniforms had, you know, color on the piping. It would make it pop so much better than the bland colors they already have. And there, my boy Evan Mobley. And as you can tell, this is more of a wine color like the Cavs wear, where this Temu version is a red color, a little bit darker red. So they try to emulate this and knock off this. Didn't do a great job, but this is a cool jersey nonetheless. You know, it's something you could wear out, you know, wear to work or whatever. This is the jersey it's trying to. And also, too, another thing I didn't know if you noticed, but on this jersey, the player's name is underneath the number, where the knockoff Temu version, the number is above the player's name is above the number. So that is inaccurate as well. But I still like it. Hey, once again, this is like maybe $10 to $12 this one was. How can you beat that? Stitched customized sports jerseys. May not be completely accurate, but hell, I'm here for it. Now, here is an example. This is the only football jersey that I bought, and I'll tell you why I didn't buy more. As cool as they could be. So you have, to me, if I'm not mistaken, this is a mid to late 2000s Kansas City Chiefs alternate jersey. I always liked the black jersey with the red and the yellow numbers and letters. But as you see, of course, once again, no NFL logo at all here. But there are also no numbers on the shoulders, which are very, very strange. I don't know why they couldn't put numbers on the shoulders. And then the Rams and the Chargers and teams like that have special striping on the shoulders or the arms, they don't have them on the Temu site. So that looks really weird too. You have kind of like a blank or generic striping on their shoulder or arm, which is inaccurate. And also, too, another thing that kind of sucks is, you know, you have the number on the front looks to be the same size as the number on the back, which is wrong as well. The numbers on the back are always bigger than the number on the front. So this is the only Temu football jersey that I purchased, but it's pretty cool for what it is. I can wear it to work or whatever. It's still cool. My name, my number, all good. All right, and then, like I said, I started off with the baseball jerseys because those are the ones that look the coolest. Plus, they didn't have as many basketball jerseys as they do now 4 months ago. So I'll start off with this jersey. Now, this one, like I said, they have a lot of jerseys based off TV shows and movies. This one is based off of a television series. I believe it was called Eastbound and Down, kind of like the Jerry, whatever the hell his name is, song. Eastbound and down, blah, 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 blah. A long way to go and a short time to get there. Yeah, that one, Jerry Reed. So this is a fake team, the Myrtle Beach Mermen. I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of looks like a minor league hockey jersey. Or minor league baseball jersey, sorry. But it's pretty cool. Embroidered, it has the Mermen logo. And on the back it has the guy in the show. His name was something Powers, obviously, number 55. Austin Powers, maybe? No Austin Powers here. Whoever this guy is from that show. I thought it was a cool jersey. It was like less than $12. I'm like, it's cool. I'll get it. And the embroidery here is a little thicker too, which is kind of nice. So that was the first baseball jersey that I bought. Albeit a, you know, not a real team, but still cool nonetheless. And we'll move on to an Arizona Diamondbacks jersey. There we go there. I like the mint color with the maroon and black. I'm not sure if it's, you know, how accurate the jersey is. I should have looked some of these up to see how accurate. I just like the way the colors popped. You know, the way the mint color, the light blue, whatever you want to call it. I think it's mint. And then here's the back. There you go there. And, you know, there are no logos on the sleeves because, you know, that's where the teams put their, you know, their mascot logo or whatever. And, you know, to avoid, once again, the copyright trademark violations, they don't have it. But to me, baseball jerseys, you can get away with it. So, man, I keep on covering up the moneymaker. Can't have that. This is where I get all my subs and all my views at. It is this moneymaker. Yeah, right. Once again, I've said it before. I've been told I have a face for radio. Take that for what you will. It's not very nice, though. Not very nice, unless someone really likes radio and thinks my face would be perfect for radio. All right, moving on, shall we? My second favorite team after the Cleveland Indians/Guardians has always been the San Diego Padres, mostly because when I was young, I always loved the brown, orange, and yellow combo. And the Padres have brought that back within the last handful of years, which I was happy to see. I really didn't care for the dark blue and white or dark blue and yellow combination. We're back to the brown, the orange, and the yellow. So I think it's supposed to say Padres here on this particular jersey, but they have, the San Diego looks cool with the font. I do really like this jersey. On the back, there it is again, Smith 13. I would have liked the back better if it had the extra orange around it, the orange and the, how this is. You see the two colors, they're two-tone colors. I would have liked it better if the back had those colors as well, but I like the fact that it's on the, you know, the piping here. Do like that San Diego Padres jersey. All right, and like I said, you know, there's definitely some of these jerseys that I'm showing you now are no longer on the site. Once again, it's either they're out of stock or maybe they tiptoe too close to the violations and got pegged. So here's a Miami Marlins jersey. When I looked at the pictures, it looked like they might be the Miami Vice colors, so that's why I got it. And when I got it, you know, instead of being light blue and hot pink, it's light blue and orange, which I believe is more consistent with what their real colors are. But there it is right there, Miami Marlins. The back, I do like the back because the two-tone colors and the numbers are similar to the city name on the front. They could have done that with the number, the player's name as well, but they didn't. But that's cool. It's still cool anyway. Miami Marlins. Oh, baby. We are just cooking with gas here with all these inexpensive, customized, stitched jerseys. Playing all the hits, as they say. Checking all the boxes. This one's one of my favorite ones, too. This is a Tampa Bay Devil Rays. This is maybe one of their city jerseys or whatever Major League Baseball calls them. I just like the way the font is. It's very similar to what they really do use. On this, they have a gradient effect here on the one arm sleeve piping. It's pretty sweet. I love that. The other side doesn't have that, so maybe that's kind of what the team really uses, I guess. I think it's cool, though. Look at that. That is pretty awesome. I think this jersey's still on Temu. All right, the back has the player's name in the lime green color, and look at the number is pretty cool. Look at that. It has the gradient on the outside edge, and it's kind of like a different pattern as the actual number itself, and it's like I said, it's outlined by the gradient effect. Pretty sweet, I have to say. Worth the, like I said, you know, a lot of these are range in price from $9 to $19. Customized, stitched. Man, playing all the hits once again. Here's another one. The next few are going to be some of my favorites. Here is a Houston Astros city inspired jersey with Space City. You can see the different, I don't think what I'm going to call texture, but whatever, on the sleeves, and there's a gradient, like kind of like a fire gradient striping. Oh my gosh, this is pretty sweet. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is really nice. And on the back, my name, the number surrounded with the gradient, stitched, embroidered, Space City. Yeah, this is one of my favorite Temu jerseys that I have purchased. And then here's an ode to the old 1970s Astro jerseys, which are amongst my favorite sports jerseys of all time. So what we have here, instead of saying Astros, it says Houston, but it has the familiar striping in the dark blue star, the striping also on the sleeves, the same colors on the neck, piping. Look at that, look at that. You can't beat this. You can't beat it. It's not 100% accurate, but I mean, for anybody that is just loves the way this jersey looks but doesn't want to spend a ton of money, how can you go wrong with this? How can you go wrong? I don't think you can. And I know it's definitely not my last Temu purchase. My favorite baseball team, I haven't watched them as much the last handful of years because of their cheap ownership. We still find a way to make it to the playoffs almost every year. We just recently got eliminated by the juggernaut New York Yankees that have triple the payroll. I think like 3 or 4 of their individual players make more than the Guardians' entire team. Or as the old school guys like to call them, the Tribe, the Indians. I ain't going to call them the Guardians. That's not their name. Their name's not the Guardians. I'm not going to say that name. It's the Indians. It's the Tribe. Come on, guys. I hated the fact that they took away Chief Wahoo too. I hated the fact they changed the name. But you know what? They changed the name. They're the Guardians now. As stupid as the logo is, they still kept, they did the cheapest rebuild of any, or I guess you could, it's not rebuild, but sometimes I forget what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. When they change team identities, they kept the colors the same. They put Guardians instead of Indians. It's the cheapest way they could have gone, and that makes sense for their current ownership to try to do it the cheap way and try not to offend too many more people. But instead of Guardians, it says the Land. There's another version where it says Cleveland. I just ordered the one that said the Land. I thought it would be cool. This is their red version, and has very similar to the actual Guardians font. So this was pretty cool. The Land. I don't know which one's better, the Land or the one that says Cleveland. But this was my first Guardians jersey. And, you know, once again, I don't know what you could call it, but it's similar to what they wear. Pretty cool. And this one is one they started wearing this year. I believe it's their city jersey. This one was probably my favorite purchase from Temu as far as jerseys go. And this is the one the Guardians wear. The CLE, I believe, like I said, this is like their city-inspired jersey. It has the red, white, and blue piping on the sides and going down the shoulder. And it has that different pattern, as you can see there, that little black in there that they have. They had a white version and a red version of this particular jersey that the Guardians don't wear, but they were pretty cool. And by the time I wanted to go order them, they were once again all gone or taken down for whatever reason. I don't know if they even I think they still have these for anybody that's interested. I think they have the blue version still, which is the version they use. But look at that. That's pretty cool. And this is the font they use. So I've been pretty busy on Temu the last 4 months. And like I said, these are just the jerseys. The inventory seems to be changing. Their basketball stock, NBA style is growing. Now the baseball, so many teams must have gotten in contact with them and let them know they're in trademark or copyright infringement or whatever the story is, but there's a lot less baseball jerseys kinds than there were before. Now, it could be because they went out of stock and it's the end of baseball season, so maybe they'll restock them in the spring. We'll see what happens. And like I said, I stay away from the football jerseys only because they don't have the numbers on the arms or the special striping like the bolt of the Chargers or, you know, the Ram, and some of the other ones that have special striping. They don't have them, so I kind of stay away from them. They're tempting, but, you know, especially for the price, but, you know, I stay away from them right now, especially seeing that the size of the numbers on the front and the back are the same. So I'm staying away from the football, but for anybody that's interested, go to Temu, Temu, look up custom jerseys. And even if you don't want to customize your jersey, well, actually you might as well, because you can put, if you don't want your name and number, just put your favorite player's name and number or some stupid saying or whatever. So hey, so I am happy. I've had, like I said, 6 purchases. They've gotten here all within 2 weeks. There's nothing damaged. The jerseys and everything else I've gotten are in good condition. Just make sure you wash them before you wear them. Duh. So I hope you like, subscribe, join the Bomb Squad. If you're not already a member of the Bomb Squad, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? Join the Bomb Squad. And remember, enable notifications on your cellular device if you're interested in more of my content. and ring that bell, if you know what I mean. And when you go on Temu and the jerseys that I've shown you that you like are not on there, don't be sad. Don't frown. Be happy. And remember this: all that glitter isn't gold. For Don the Bomb, for my sleeping dog Sophie here. Hi, Sophie. Say hello. Oh, isn't she adorable? She doesn't like the camera, but have a good night, everybody. Peace. Oh yeah, brown suck. I'm sorry. Oh, my thumb is in the way. But there is Liv Morgan. Oh yeah, baby. Hold the phone. This is Don the Bomb back, cutting in on my Temu jersey haul video. I forgot a jersey that was a very important jersey that I was going to share with you all that I also got. Somehow I forgot to grab it and show you. But I noticed too that they have more throwback style jerseys, especially baseball, on the Temu website. This is the last one that I bought. It's a nice material. This is a I believe 19, I have the actual one that it's emulating. I believe it's either a 1948 or a 1954 Cleveland Indians jersey. And it is a nice quality fabric. Now, geez, the fact that it's so dark in here now, I hate the fact that it's getting colder, number one, and number two, it's getting darker sooner. So I apologize for not very high quality lighting, but regardless, be it as it may, you have to deal with it. But this is a Bob Feller Cleveland Indians I believe it's either 1948 or 1954 inspired jersey. You have the stitched on numbers and letters. Now you'll see there is no Chief Wahoo on the sleeve, the old olive oil looking Chief. And the piping is black instead of dark blue. So take that for what you will, but it was like I said, this is like all the other ones, was around the $12 price range, and it's a nice thicker material. I do have the actual one to go off of. You can see the gray is about the same, the red is about the same, but the piping here is a dark blue instead of a black, and there is the olive oil looking Chief Wahoo on the sleeve. Mitchell and Ness. Oh, there it says the year. Dummy. What a dummy I am. 1948, Bob Feller. So that's what that jersey is trying to emulate. My goodness, it's so dark in here. Hate to see it, or actually hate to not see it. And there, the font is a little different as well. There's the 19 of the one that I have here, matched up against the 19 of the Temu jersey. So they do have more throwbacks, especially for baseball teams if you're interested in the throwback game like I am. So like I said, that was about $12. And there's the actual one. So, all right. So, all that glitter isn't gold. I hope you liked the video. Have a good night, everybody. This time, I mean. This is the real time. I have no more jerseys, I don't think, to show you and cut the... Yeah.